Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started. And that's been intercepted. He read that really well and stopped it. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. A probing pass. James. Nicely weighted ball. Saka receives it in a wide position. Played out to the right.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. McAllister with a deft bell there. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Rashford! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Climbs up big!
Jesus.
Goal! England! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
England have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And that has been cleared. And that was nowhere near his best. James. For Rice. Now it's Kane. Spread it left. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Argentina truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Martinez. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Rice, well seen, saw that coming.
That was...
And Martinez! Great effort, beautifully taken.
that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
James. Now, can they get him away? He's gone for goal! And a terrific save. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Argentina.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are back on the way.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Paz finds himself offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Saka. McAllister. Alvarez has it out wide and in space. Rice. Argentina still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Romero promptly onto that, and that is that. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Argentina really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Rashford.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
No, it's come to nothing. Konsa has found the net here, of course. He's found the way through. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the defence proved infallible then. And that won't be the last they'll see of him. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Messi!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Rashford. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's managed to get free. He's picked his way through. Chance to... Oh, what a climb! And that would have won it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's really well cleared.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
The ball is onto this. Goes for a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Molina is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Saka. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So that is it, the end of the road. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. He's got away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that is masterful defending. Now it's Kane. That's a good ball out wide. Saka. He's found a way through. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Wonderful save by Martinez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, that is a nice touch. And this is Kane! Goal, England! Reflections on the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Argentina really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
A probing pass. That's been cut out. Well played. England are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Rashford gets into a good position. Anderson. Now there's... and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Header comes in! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And here's Saka. He has found the way through. The cross comes in. And that's the keeper's ball. Paz.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Messi. Chance, surely! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Kane. Spread it left. He's shifting through the gears here. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And a shot! And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Argentina.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you.
And Martinez! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Messi with the short one. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. England have the chance to go the other way. Over to the left. Rashford goes steaming forward. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now. Can he finish? And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Anderson. Nicely spread. Saka has it in a wide position. He's picked his way through. And that has been cleared. He's in a good position here. Oh, smashing header! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Argentina making consecutive changes here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Argentina have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Saka. James. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Argentina are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Oh, that's fabulous. Rice. Bellingham. Played out to the left flank. And here's Rashford. Cross goes in there. Keeper's dealt with that. Has a shot! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's gone for the shot. And it's Bellingham. And he's had it. Oh, it's hit the post. Kane is flagged offside. England are able now to make their substitution. It's been on. And that is that. Argentina are beaten and they are out. But what are your thoughts on today's game? Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world. And we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. Goal, England! And that's got them off to a flyer.
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Looking for options for movement. Now it's Messi. He is through here. Lovely feet. He's having a go. And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Molina. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, shooting chance! In he goes again. Yes! Argentina are level. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way. Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He has found a way through. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, Red, nice interception. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And he's managed to get free. So, what can they make of this? Tries to pass it through. Konsa gets across to intercept that. James. England were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Nice looking ball. O'Reilly. Anderson. The less said about that pass, the better. DePaul. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's a big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Argentina with the corner, they're first. Messi with the short one. Swept in. England have the chance to go the other way. O'Reilly, pass somewhat off target. Alvarez proves just... Alvarez! Oh my word, that is quite something! A finish of true class! And the comeback is complete! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Argentina go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Rice gets into a good position. Goes to finish! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here is anyone's guess.
Argentina head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Rashford picks it up out wide. Oh, no joy this time. And here's Kane. Plays a sharp little ball here. An uncompromising challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Tries to play it through.
England really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Anderson. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Saka. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's played in low, and he thumps it clear. It's a really well-measured ball. Alvarez. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spread it left. Rashford.
England really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And he's had it nicked away. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. O'Reilly. Messi. Knocks it into space. That looks a good ball through. Shot a goal! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Argentina are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Argentina could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response? Well, chance for a shot! He scored! With so little time left, grandstand finish. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss. Oh no, what has happened here? Decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Chance to shoot! And it's come back out to him. He has done it! They have stolen level at the last! And he's only too grateful to capitalise. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. And we are already back underway. Argentina pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He's got away. Oh, the ball's run. Look, can he finish? Argentina have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. England get themselves into the lead. He's found a way through, and the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Argentina have their second corner now. Messi plays it short. Chance, surely! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Applies the finish! And with that, we've reached the halfway point of extra time. A high-octane end to the first period, but there's still a single goal in it. And we're off for the final time. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Shapes to shoot! They've scored!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off. And for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Burn. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's tidy. McAllister. Argentina do have a chance to counter here. Simeone. He's shifting through the gears here. Garnacho. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, good-looking ball. Anderson with the clearance. And that will be the final act. Argentina are beaten and they are out. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Argentina, really.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. And Martina off the post. And that's caused a worry or two.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy Saka, I've been praising since day one. Someone who has a great versatility in his game, the right attitude, very clever in how he operates around the pitch. And I think he has the potential to excel in most attacking positions.
Big chance! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch.
And the shot! He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's got away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's had a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. And we have our very first corner. Messi with the short one. And a shot! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. A case now of complete control. Oh, that's well spotted. De Paul, Alvarez, Stones kept his eye on it, and he's there. Saka, looking for options for movement. James could try cutting inside here. Up he goes! Oh, he got himself into a great position. Otamendi. Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now that looks a decent ball. Martinez! Martinez! Well, that is remarkable.
Argentina really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Messi. Now it's Kane. England couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Anderson. For Rice. Now it's Kane. Now he's got space here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Saka. Defending of the desperate variety. And we hit half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Argentina are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. This looks promising. Header! And he's kept it out. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Rashford. Paz, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Played into space out wide. He has a look. There's the shot! And it's in! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Argentina are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Oh, that's fabulous. Shot, surely! He's got a goal! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
England playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Otamendi, Messi, and that is a little undercooked. Alvarez goes steaming forward. Oh, that's clever. Now it's Martinez. Chance for a shot! It's in! Simplicity itself.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Argentina are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And it's James. Argentina perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
James has it out wide and in space. Romero. Argentina will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. That's an imaginative pass. And it's played forward. He's on it. Can he get away? Great ball, and he's in here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Anderson, Konsa, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He is through here. Pass somewhat off target. Argentina can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And he's managed to get free. Skims one in, and he's cut it out. Aimed beyond the defence. Gonzalez in acres of space out wide. He has found the way through. Chance! It's a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Your reflections then, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. We're certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instruction.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world. And we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Martinez! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pedro Porro with the clearance. Well, that pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Spread out to the left. Nico Williams goes on a run down the left wing. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, the Spanish really have been churning out some genuine quality at left back, and this guy, Alex Grimaldo, is another one of them. I think the modern game has allowed him to...
There's the shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That's going up front in a hurry. Pau Kubasi promptly onto that, and that is that. He's found a way past. He is through here. And it's Rodri. Nice bit of trickery. And this is more... And a chance! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain!